All right, welcome back, beautiful people. It's Tashima here, bringing you everything that you're going to need to be able to exit your corporate job and enter entrepreneurship profitably, because that's the most important part. Now, I want to tell you, jumping off the gate, what steps you need to take to succeed as an entrepreneur and what steps you need to take to succeed in business. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you're not necessarily seeing success or you're not successful until you've reached 7 figures in business. Let me tell you, there are multiple business owners who have reached 7 figures and they have nothing to show for it. So the things that I'm going to tell you in this video are going to be the things that you should start with. Lead with this as a business builder. Don't wait until you see some success. I can honestly say in my first year, since I led with a lot of this, I was actually able to see and hold my success. And I want to make sure you can do the same. So stay tuned. So when you start, you want to not just make sure that you can make money. That's a huge part. Let's be clear. But that you can also keep and multiply your money. So if you're making money, it doesn't matter if you've made 7 figures. I'm going to give you a prime example. Won't give any details, just a prime example. If you made $732,000 in a year, but you spent $718,000 in that same year, you did less than 30K that year. It does not matter that you made 700K in revenue if you weren't able to keep or multiply any of it. So I want you to start off by ensuring that you are tracking your expenses, tracking your income. And I mean tracking. I mean like seriously, you know what's coming out every month. You know where every dollar is going, and use this to be able to properly file taxes. I'm saying this for multiple reasons. One of the most important as a business builder, as an entrepreneur, you cannot bootstrap your way to success. You have to get help along the way. And I'm talking about government funding, and I'm saying government funding first. Government funding. There is so much money out there for us to get. Please, as an entrepreneur, take advantage of that and go a step further and get certified. It took me some time. I can finally say that my business is certified. God is good, but that is a major key. Get you some government funding, apply to grants, get grants, but also keep in mind when you're doing things like this, they want to see those tax returns, which takes me back to the fact that you need to be accurately tracking your income, tracking your expenses. You should be able to look at a P&L report, which is a profit and loss statement, which basically gives you all of the money that you made and all of the money that you spent and your bottom line, your net income. That's most important. I'm telling you now, we don't care that you did 1.2 million in revenue and you only have $200,000 in net income. It makes no sense. So I want you to keep that in mind. Always start there. So when you first start, if you're not able to afford a system or a software, get you an Excel spreadsheet. Start tracking your income. Start tracking your expenses. Be able to say what your bottom line is. Be prepared to file taxes. Be prepared to file taxes. I couldn't wait to file taxes. Be prepared. That's when you know things are real. Now, this one is pretty basic, but it is also something that it's going to help you move the needle over to success. You want to make sure that you're building meaningful relationships. Not just, oh, I hollered at Shawty, she wasn't interested in my service and I don't talk to her anymore. No. If you come across someone who seemed remotely interested and you got their information, you all had a call, whatever the case may be, stay in contact with that person. It doesn't have to be every week or every month, but holler at them every quarter. Let them know, hey, I thought about you. Listen, there were multiple times where I followed up with someone. Let's just say I did my calls in February. I followed up with that person in May. They weren't interested in February. Now they're interested. But there are people who also weren't interested in February. They're still not interested in May, but we have a relationship now. So now when they think of someone or they're talking to someone who may be interested or who may need what I have to offer, they're thinking of me because I've built a relationship with this person. Like I said, I don't expect you. If you're anyone like me, I'm not just out here friends with the world. Everyone doesn't have access to me. That's super important to me. I'm not telling you to give access to everybody. What I am telling you to do is to build meaningful relationships that respect your boundaries. So make sure you're following up with people. If you spoke with someone about your services, even if it was more on a collab, you all could possibly do a collaboration. Stay in contact with that person. And to help yourself, write this stuff down. Don't just try to keep it in your head, because trust me, that was me. I've tried to keep it in my head. It does not work. But you want to make sure that you're keeping those relationships. Those relationships will matter. Even if it didn't matter in that first year, it will matter in the next year. And it is one of the things that helps you to be successful in business. Now, so many of you hear this whole, be consistent, be consistent. That's cool. And it's so easy to be consistent when things are going great. You need to be consistent during adversity. That's when your consistency matters most. Because hear me when I say this, there are going to be times, and this is coming from someone who's seen success in her first year. And I mean off the jump seen success. There will be times when it's just not working. It's not going right. Things are not going well. You're not closing deals. You went from getting 20K a month to you just made 3K a month. That can be a scary time. That is the time that you remain consistent. That is the time where you keep the focus. That is the time where you double down on certain things that may have worked in the past that may not be working right now. You have to be consistent during adversity. This is also the time to start restructuring. Maybe you're doing something that worked in one season, but it's not working in this season. If you're paying attention to your audience, you will know when to market, how to market. I say this all the time. I love to use my tax clients as an example. My tax clients are not thinking about taxes during the summer or the fall time. That's something I have to keep in mind. So I'm not going to do the same hard marketing on them as I do during the winter and the spring. No, I have to switch it up. I have to do a little bit more of soft marketing, or not even marketing, so to speak, but building relationships or just cultivating the relationships I already have. But when you are going through that adversity during your business, you are able to take a minute, take a step back and see, maybe I need to restructure some things, or maybe I just need to go a little bit harder. Whatever it is, that is going to be the thing at the end of the day that will determine if you're going to see success in your business or not. Now, I know these were all simple things, but these are all things that you're probably not doing. You probably haven't even thought of, but you need to think of them. And I gave you simple things because I want this thing to be easy for you. Sometimes we think way too hard, way too deep, and it ain't that deep. We need to go back to the basics. Stop overthinking. Stop telling yourself you need to do the most when really and truly you need to do a little less. Take a moment and really fine line what things you need to do in your business. Take a moment and really get clear on what you need to do in your business. Start tracking your income and your expenses. That is so important. Make sure that you're building relationships and you're following up with those relationships. Don't hit the girl up and then don't holler at her until next year or 2 years from now. Cultivate the relationship a little bit more and be consistent during adversity. I cannot express how those small things will help you see success in your business. Like I told you all before, it's Tashima. I'm going to help you when it comes to your business. I want you to be able to tap into your billionaire self. I want you to be able to live the life that you desire to live. And the reality of it is, your current situation isn't what you desire. So if you like this video, make sure that you comment your favorite part, comment the part that you're going to work on the most, and subscribe, and tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a friend. All right, see you all later.